PSVR2 charging stand. Let's do this. I have been needing a charging stand, and if you follow the channel, this is a tricky tape cut here. If you follow the channel, I have been trying a couple of them and have not had much luck yet. I tried a Nexigo one that the freaking cable broke off. I found another one that I'm currently using for my upstairs living room headstand, but I'm not really in love with either of them yet. And with the PSVR2, I want my controllers to always be topped up and ready to go. So I spent 43 bucks on this Ipega. I don't know. It looked like it had RGB. It looked like it did everything I wanted it to do. And now it's actually up to $46. So I'm guessing that means it is in demand. Now this right here is the gimmicky bit that it's got. This is gonna have the RGB lighting up those bubbles in there, holding the whole thing up. So that's the pretty part. USB-C to A, of course no power brick, because why would anyone ever do a foolish thing like that? The actual stand itself has a little bit of weight to it. I like that. Last time I didn't use the instructions, and did I regret it? That seems pretty straightforward. It's got 4 magnetic tips to help you charge those controllers. It's got your USB-C to put power in. It looks like it's got another USB output to then power something else with. We'll have to test out what that is. A lightning button there. I'm guessing that's either gonna turn the light on and off, and then the LED is probably gonna change the color. Let's figure it out though. Not a very short cord, about 3 feet. Oh, weird. The lightning button actually has something to do with the charging. Might have to look at the instruction manual here. I like they give you 2 extra tips, but not only that, they give you a spot to keep them. See back here is where your extra tips go. $46 is not cheap for this though. I mean, this doesn't even charge a DualSense or anything. All right, this is my right-hand controller, so it looks like when you're done playing, you'd walk up to the front of it. I will say it doesn't land in the most beautiful way. Like I thought I would just drop it and it'd be perfect, but I guess it is eventually making its way there. It just kind of bounces on. Not totally in love with that, but at this point, I feel like we can't be very choosy. They show it, if you have a set of headphones, you put those on here first, and then you can put this on over that and the headphones will hang in the back. Kind of nifty idea. Interestingly, this is a lot longer than it needs to be. It looks like if you have the scope in, but maybe that's in case you put the scope all the way out. Still got a little bit of room there, so. Oh, and there's the color button. Solid, 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 off, and there's the changing of colors and a flashing change and back to solid. Now I gotta say, I feel mildly deceived here. Obviously, with the way this works, this wouldn't really be possible, but they make it look like you could have like a rainbow going through the whole thing. You obviously have an LED in the bottom that's lighting up the entire thing, so that's not really possible, but making it look that way, I wondered if there was like another LED in the top and you could get like a contrast. It's a minor detail, but it's kind of false advertising to me, which I don't like. So the lightning button seems to be if you want to turn off your charging. If you're okay, my controllers are charged up, I don't want it to keep juicing it, you press that button to turn it off. Let's see if it says though. I mean, it should have hopefully some overcharge protection built in. 1 USB data expansion port. Is that claiming that if I plug this into my PS5, I can actually not end up losing my USB port on that? We'll test that over there with the PS5 as well. Be orange when they're charging, switch back to blue when they're fully charged. Okay, so on the back, if you press this, it not only kills the light, but it does kill the charging. 10 light effects, we went through all those with you. There is a USB 2.0 port on the back that has the data transmission function when this is connected to the PS5, but it's not allowed to be used as a charging port. Well, if you weren't somebody who used your wrist straps, this would be pretty convenient because you could just come up, grab your controllers and go. But these wrist straps are always gonna kind of get in your way. I guess you could go like that and then grab wrist straps. There's gotta be a better way. Okay, well, we'll take this over to the other studio, get it set up properly, do some more testing on it and get back to you. We're here plugging this into the PS5. We got those pretty lights on. I've also got the screen up here showing my left controller is definitely low on battery. We'll pop this in here and see if that switches over to orange. We got the orange, and now it shows over here it's charging. So we're gonna flip that off. Yep, when you turn that off, stops charging there. Nifty. I don't love that when I drop things on it, the circuit goes all haywire. Like sometimes if I drop it too hard, it tends to like, now that I say that, it's not gonna do it, but like all the lights flip off on it. I gotta say, of the stands I've tried so far, I think I like the look of this one the best. Cause like this is my Quest 2 stand usually. So I'd keep that here and I can find room on the desk. I'm running out of freaking space here. But what I also like to see, the right controller was already fully charged. So now that it's switched over to blue, it doesn't show that it's continuing to juice it. It does have a power cutoff, and then you also have that option for whatever reason, if you don't want the lights on or if you just want to turn the power off, you can do that. So all of that I like. Maybe that was just some momentary weirdness, because now no matter how hard I slam it, it doesn't seem to be having an issue. That was a little rough. I don't recommend doing that yourself. Okay. I will say I've actually had a stand, Ipega or Ipega, however you pronounce that, and I used it for a long time upstairs. It was a stand that had my PS5, but with the original PSVR on it, and it was always really reliable and worked. I've got a DualSense here that is not paired to this PS5. It's actually paired to the one upstairs. So what I'm gonna do to test to see if their data is working is I'm gonna plug it in here. Then I'm gonna press the power button and see if it actually pairs to this PS5, which it did. So their data claim works too. 46 bucks isn't cheap though. That's a pretty high price. But if you're looking for a stand that will hold just this, look pretty doing it, and give you that RGB option, it's delivering on all those fronts. So I like that about it. I like what they're doing. I would wait for a sale maybe, especially because I just got it for cheaper than that and the price went up for some reason. Maybe they're running low on stock. But I will leave a link in the description to it if you want to check it out yourself and maybe get one. But I think for now, this will be finding some sort of a home on my desk here, and it'll match all the other RGB goodness, which I like. But thank you so much for coming out. Oh no. Well, thank you so much for coming out, and I will see you in another reality.